everyone, and welcome to another video of Baking with Tess. I'm your host Tess today, and today we are going to make some sick pizza rolls, and they are going to taste wonderful. Now, this is my first time making pizza rolls, so I've never made them before, but I hope this goes good. So, and today, before we get down to business, I need to introduce my special guest today, Gage. He will be helping us make some pizza rolls today. And our cousin Sawyer, aka Donovan Mitchell, I think you all know him. If you don't, go research him. AKA Donovan Mitchell was the inventor of pizza rolls. Now, not the food pizza rolls like we're going to be making today, the pizza rolls. Gage, can you show us how to do the pizza rolls? Pizza rolls. You heard it. Pizza rolls. That is how we're going to be making some pizza rolls. Now, once again, Sawyer, aka Donovan, I know you're at home watching this, and I hope you really enjoy these. I recommend getting the supplies I use and everyone there so they can make these along with me or on their own. It is very simple, and it's not one of those measuring and stuff. It's pretty much a freestyle, but there are some ground things you need to set. Okay, so today I will show you the ingredients first. We've got our pizza dough. We didn't really have time to make homemade pizza dough like we normally would and do homemade stuff like that, so we just bought some pizza dough. Then we've got some marinara sauce. Once again, you can make your own at home, but that is just what we did not do. We will be making a couple different kinds of pizza rolls. We're going to make cheese pizza rolls, pepperoni pizza rolls, and Hawaiian pizza rolls with, and if you don't know what Hawaiian is, I'm sure you do, but it's Canadian bacon and some pineapple. That doesn't look like it, but it is, trust me. And then we've got our pepperonis and our mozzarella cheese. And then for after we complete baking, well, not baking it, but making it, then we need to put down yellow cornmeal. We have one of these. I can't think of what they're called right now, but and then we've got a roller, and we've got a round pan. Okay, so let's get to cooking. So let's get our cornmeal. First of all, you're going to get your corn. Can I have my assistant Gage please come over and help me? So we are going to use about one half of a cup, okay? And then please take this and then kind of spread it out right here, okay? So go ahead and do that. So what he's doing is he's getting one half of a cup of yellow cornmeal. And what he's going to do is going to spread this out now, and then he's going to evenly spread it, okay? Now, please do it correctly.
I'm trying to.
Okay, let me do it. Here. And then he's going to spread it out on the counter like this. Try to get it kind of an even spread, but it doesn't have to be super even. Now, it looks like because we don't have that much, we don't need too much more, so we got about that much. That's perfect. Okay. No, you're fine. Okay, so now before we do this, Gage is going to be getting his apron. Now while he's doing that, and before we start, I was reading somewhere on Pinterest that we need to add some sort of a coating to the bottom of our dough on here to stick to the cornmeal. Now, flour, it can be replaceable for this recipe instead of cornmeal, but we highly recommend doing cornmeal instead, because if you've ever had like the pie pizza or Marcus Pizza or something, they do actually cornmeal in the bottom of their pizza. So it just gives it it gives it a different flavor. Now, you totally don't have to do it. You can totally do just normal flour, all-purpose flour, baking flour, anything, but highly recommend cornmeal or yellow cornmeal, as in our case. So right now, I am looking to see what our little mixture is.
Sorry, my apron's going.
So it looks like we do water, honey, oil. Oh, wait, no.
Hey, Tess, I have a question.
One sec. Spread the dough into 2 pieces. Sorry. Please speak to, you can talk to Gage about Gage, come here, and then I want you to talk to them about some tips on what kind of brand, tell them what brands we used for each thing, and then show them the picture.
Let's say that again.
You are going to show them this. We used Harmon's bread for our brand for our pizza dough. You're going to show that for all of the ingredients,
okay.
What brand we used.
So, I don't know what brand these are.
They're Harmon's.
Oh, Harmon's. This is Hormental turkey pepperoni.
And you can use any kind of pepperoni, and you can do like sausage and that kind of stuff combination.
This is Harmon's. This is Kroger.
Okay, so
this is Kirkland.
Okay, and you can use any brand of that for this pizza roll recipe. How do I knock it down?
Is Food Club.
Okay, so what it did is we totally don't have to do it unless we made homemade dough. So you will have to search on Pinterest or something for if you make a homemade dough for this pizza roll recipe, then you will need to put something on the bottom, but in our case, you don't. So anyway, we are going to start with 1 pizza roll. Okay.
Tess,
One moment, I am talking and working on the pizza dough. So the pizza dough is going to be somewhat sticky. So we are going to get that out. Now, before you put it on the cornmeal, you're going to want to kind of like make sure your hands are washed, especially because of COVID-19 and of this, just to make sure it's nice and good. We want to make sure, because it's been sitting in a package, that the spots are nicely stirred. Okay, so now we are going to set our dough onto our cornmeal. And then we got our cornmeal, and then see that's going to kind of like make it not sticky, and we're going to do that to the other side. Then we're going to put a little cornmeal on our rolling pin. Then we're going to put our dough down, and we're going to start rolling out our dough. Now, what you're going to want to do is, as of now, want to get it as much into a circle as you can. You're going to want to stretch it and make it like that. And then if the dough starts sticking to the roller pin or to the bottom, then you're going to want to put a little more cornmeal on it so it does not stick as much. But you don't want to overly powder it with cornmeal, because then that will not make the pizza dough taste very good at all. And then, or the flour. And then you're going to want to go like this, stretch it out. You put your fist on it with nice washed hands. Then stretch it out like this. Then we're going to want to use our rolling pin and try to roll it again. Now see, it's starting to stick to mine, so I'm going to get a little more cornmeal on here and start rolling it out again. And then we're just going to keep repeating the process until we get a pretty nice and big, like as in a big pizza. You're probably going to get it more stretched out like this, using your hands and stuff. But as soon as you're ready, like you got it stretched out and stuff, and you're ready to get like nice even edges on it and stuff, then that's when you're going to use the rolling pin. Like I said, this is my first time making pizza rolls. So I'm learning the new tricks and hacks along with you guys. And I'm going to kind of let my dough fall like here, like so. Perfect. Okay. We're going to let drape. All right. So since there's a lot of cornmeal on it, I'm going to try to kind of push it to the side a little bit more. So this one is more of kind of a freestyle hacks when we're going to start putting toppings on and stuff. It's just about getting the right level of it and stuff. And you want to make sure this is nice and even and it's level, because when you make it, if you roll it up and like one side's very chunky and then the other side's like, you know, kind of ooey and gooey, that's not what you want. You want a nice even dough. And then you don't need to worry about on this making really a crust, because we're not cooking the pizza like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep stretching. And then if you come upon like a little hole like this that I have, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pinch it like this, pinch it, and then it will go together. But that's usually starts in the middle when your dough starts getting pretty like thin, because you've stretched it out all over the place. Okay, so I'm gonna use my rolling pin now to try to keep it nice and even and stretched. Now, when you're using your rolling pin, you might want to have an adult help you with this. I've done this, like rolled out pizza a lot, so I don't. But if you need help rolling a rolling pin like hard enough, because you got to put a lot of pressure on it to try to make your pizza even. You know, if it's not perfectly even, that's fine. Mine's totally not going to be perfectly even, because I don't work at Marco's or Papa John's or even Little Caesars. I'm not professional like they are. Okay, so it looks like this is about the size I want. So, okay, perfect. Now, I am going to get a spoon. Actually, no, I'm going to get my measuring cup. And now, I'm only using this because it's bigger. You don't actually have to use a measuring cup. You can use a spoon. You could just pour it right out of the bottle. It really does not matter. So I got about a half a cup in there, maybe a little less. Then I am going to be pouring this onto my pizza. Now I'm just going to pour it in all spots. Like I said, don't worry about like making a crust or anything, because like even though you do like crust or something, like I know some people do not like pizza crust. I am a big fan of pizza crust. Still don't make pizza crust. Okay, and then you can put, this is kind of where you can go freestyle, I guess. Like put as much pizza sauce on it as you like. It really does not matter at all. I'm gonna put some of this on too. So it really just depends on what kind of pizza sauce you like and what pizza sauce does not have stuff you're allergic to, because I know some people can be allergic to pizza sauce. And you're like, what? Yes, it's true. My family is allergic to pizza sauce or tomatoes or anything like that. Okay, so now we got this on. I think we are going to do a pepperoni, half cheese. So we are going to get my cheese. Now, if you were wondering where this comes in handy, you could use it to spread out the pizza sauce. I thought I was going to, but it turns out that was actually pretty easy and stuff, so I decided not to. You can, so technically you don't really need that, but like we said, you can use it because this is kind of a freestyle hack. I'm going to get my cheese, put as much cheese as you want, or you don't even have to put any cheese on. So pretty much what you're doing is you're making a pizza. So if your parents, like if you're like, oh, we should make pizza rolls for dinner, they're like, oh, how do you do it? You just say, you make a pizza, pretty much. And then I'll show you the next steps. I'll tell you how to explain it after, and you can even show them this video so they know how. I recommend doing this if you want to make something pretty quick that tastes good for dinner or lunch like us and stuff. So I'm going to make these pizza rolls. I think I'm going to make them pepperoni. They might even be half pepperoni, half cheese. We'll just see what we do. I think we will do a half pepperoni, half cheese. I don't think I'll need this much pepperoni. Now, For the pizza roll pepperonis, there's a special way you gotta do it. So you need to take your pepperoni. You're gonna fold your pepperoni. Whoops. Nothing happened. You're gonna take your pepperoni. You're gonna fold it in half. Then you're gonna rip it like this, and then it will become like this, okay? Then you're gonna put that on wherever you want and on the sides and all that stuff because we're doing a half and half one, so I won't need as many pepperonis as normal. You don't even have to fold it, you can just go like this. But you do want your pepperonis to be in half. You don't want a whole pepperoni, and I will tell you why when these are cooked. So I'm cooking my pizza rolls at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. That is what the instructions said on the homemade pizza rolls, like besides like purchasing stuff. Anyway, so now I have my half pepperoni, half cheese. I am going to put a little more cheese on because I just feel like it, because I like cheese melted over. Then I'm going to carefully get my dough, the bottom. I'm going to roll it. If you've ever made cinnamon rolls, you know you would roll it. Okay, so I'm rolling. Then I'm going to roll again. Now this is kind of a hard thing, and you want to try at least to make sure your condiments don't fall out of your pizza. Okay, whoops. Okay.
Oh my god.
And I roll it. Okay, will you please get the cooking spray for me, Gage?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I forgot to mention you will need cooking spray and a knife. Now, when you use them, well, I'll get there in just a sec. So then you're going to take your edges. Please spray the pan. You're going to take your edges and stuff is going to be falling out. You're going to fold like this. Here. You're going to fold it, and then you're going to fold it again. And then you're going to try to, like, push it in, like, yeah. And then same with the other side. You're going to fold it, kind of twist fold, and then fold again, and then push it in. So condiments try not to fall out. Okay. Now I've got my pizza roll, right? Let's take you over here so you can see what I'm doing now. I got my pizza roll. I'm going to carefully take my pizza roll up. I'm going to flip it onto my pan. Now I'm going to need to get a knife. Now, please use an adult to help you or have at least adult supervision. I think I'm going to use a bread knife. Oh, I can't get this open. Carefully open it, but be very careful. There you go. Okay.
It's on the wall.
So what I'm going to do is whatever you want the size of your pizza rolls to be. Now, some of your condiments are going to try to fall out right now. So please, so you can try to tuck them in, because that's what I have to do right now, because my cheese really wants to come out. And I'll just throw that over there. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my pizza rolls about 4 inches. This knife is not working. Let's try a different knife. One that is made more for cutting. So I have adult supervision right now. Okay, so if yours starts coming like this one, then I'm just gonna kind of fold it again and then set it on my pan. So they're actually gonna start trying to come apart. That's okay, just roll it up again and then put it on your pan. So you can even have an adult cut it for you. I recommend that too. Just be extra careful and have adult supervision. Okay, this is like one of my pizza rolls. Now you're like, that looks weird, okay? Set it like this. So don't set it on the pan like this. Set it like this so the condiments in it kind of cook too. Even if you don't want your condiments cooking, it will cook all of the bread, or all of the dough, I guess, and stuff. And you want to make sure that it's like that. Now, if you are going to skip ahead and be like, okay, I know what you're doing, don't skip ahead because there are more steps. Pizza sauce on my shirt. That's okay.
Hey, Tess, I have a question.
What?
So when you do that, when it cooks, does it kind of like expand and all the stuff melts and all the continents in it move?
No, I'll have to explain it later. Okay, so now I've got my pizza rolls. They're not ready to go in the oven yet. I'm going to want to get a little bit of my pizza sauce, and you're like, wow, lady, you're putting a lot of pizza sauce on your thing. No, because this is actually part of it. Drape a little sauce. Try not to get it on the pan or too much on the pan. Just put a little sauce over it. This may look kind of gross, but trust me, I hear these taste like amazing. Okay, and then put a little cheese. Even if you have pepperonis in your things, don't put pepperonis on top because they're already inside cooking. And then that's okay if it gets on the pan and will just burn. Okay. Here are my pizza rolls. They're ready to go into the oven. So these pizza rolls are going into the oven at 425 degrees for 15 minutes. Now the time may change momentarily, but we're going to do that. Then you're going to want to wash your hands. Not right now. Okay, so now it's pretty much done, right? Well, you still gotta clean up, but here's a trick that we are going to do. So I'm cooking it for 15 minutes, right? At 425 degrees. 15 minutes, 425 degrees. It made it made 6 pizza rolls, and you cut them about 4 or 5 inches. Some may vary. Now, set these aside. When it is about, so because we're at 14 minutes now, when it's at 8 minutes, we're gonna open it up, and even if you, well, unless you don't like pepperoni, but you're gonna take 1 pepperoni, you're gonna hold, and then we're gonna just set it on top of the cheese and the sauce. Okay, so, and then right now you're gonna want to clean up your space. So while I'm doing that, Gage here is going to give you some tips and tricks on pizza rolls.
1 second.
I want to do something. No.
Okay.
Please give them some tips and tricks on pizza rolls.
Okay, these aren't pizza roll tips.
No. You're only giving tips on pizza rolls. Because this episode is about pizza rolls, okay? So please tell them some tips on pizza rolls, okay?
I don't know any.
Okay then. Well, you can do your little show you wanted to do.
Come.
No, what are you doing? No, I'll show you. I'm sorry. He is just out of control today. He would really like to show you this, and yeah.
Okay, so this, I'm gonna make an appetizer. So get a paper plate, get strawberries and raspberries in a small little knife. Make sure your parents are either supervising you or helping you. But first, so what you do is grab your knife, cut off the top of the strawberry, and then throw away the strawberry top, and then cut it in half like normal, like how you're making a waffle. And then once it's cut in half, take out the guts. Just kind of stick it up in there and take out some of the guts. And make it kind of round. Excuse me.
And these tips are for healthy snacks at home. Continue. Sorry, I'm just cleaning the counter.
So once you've taken out some of the guts, kind of grab it like this, and then make sure it's kind of like that. Let me do it a little more real quick. Okay. And then now on the other side, do that same thing. You want to make them as deep as you can.
Now make sure there's one thing he needs to clarify is when you're doing this, we advise doing this with an adult.
Yes.
Our adult is supervising us behind camera back here, but we really suggest your parents or older siblings or someone who is old enough and able to understand how to properly do an act.
So once you cut out the guts in your strawberry, then grab your raspberry and cut that in like little pieces. So they're like this, in little pieces kind of.
You need to move your plate.
Okay. And then grab your strawberry and dump as much as you can in it.
You mean raspberry?
Yep. So grab your raspberry and strawberry and dump as much as you can in it, and then kind of push it in there. And then grab your other piece and put like just a teeny bit in there. Push that in. Like this. And then put them together back to a normal strawberry. And then when you eat them, the inside has the raspberry, so it's a strawberry raspberry thing at the same time. And then if you want, you can do something like hold this, but
Okay, can we pause you momentarily? So, it is the time that we are going to take out our pizza rolls. It is exactly 8 minutes until our pizza rolls are done. And we are going to take our pepperoni. So, I have, how many pizza rolls? Sorry, let me just check and see how many pizza rolls I have.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So, I'm going to get out 6 pepperonis. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you don't have to dip them in cornmeal or any flour or anything like that. I'm going to take my whole pepperonis, and you won't be able to see, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this pepperoni on my pizza roll like this, okay? And then Colt is going to be continuing with some tips and tricks.
okay. So, we've done this. Now we're going to do another thing. So if you haven't used all of your stuff, just take it off your plate and then put it back in a, but we're trying to keep this quick, so I'm just gonna quickly wash this.
And then once you took your pizza rolls out and in, I suggest adding 1 minute to the timer because it took away about 1 minute from its cooking time. Now, we are going to be making some more pizza rolls. You do not have to stay and watch that because now you already know how to make some pizza rolls. So we are going to stay down for about 10 minutes while we wait for our pizza rolls, tell you some tips and tricks, hacks, and I want you all to know. Thank you for watching this. I know this video went pretty long today, but this was very exciting to do some pizza rolls. Please do not do that. Thank you, and please stay safe. If you do not have any of these supplies, there is stuff you can improvise. For example, cornmeal, flour. If you don't have a rolling pin, no worries. You got your fingers, right? You can even roll like something like this and roll it. You don't have to have any of the ingredients. You get your own ingredients. Whatever you like on pizza works for this. Guys, please stay home. Please stay safe. We want to stop this virus so we can all get out again and do some more baking. But while you're stuck at home right now and staying safe, you can bake with me and Gage. And guys, if you have anything you want me to bake, let me know or cook. Okay, take it away.
So once you've washed off your paper plate, then you can make.
Okay, sorry, he got a little confused. Here is another great snack, food snack. Ritz crackers. These are great pizza snacks, movie night snacks, any night snacks. Take about 3. We'll just do 3.
Okay.
And then what you can do, get a little bit of sauce, and then put it on the cracker, like so. See that? Then you're gonna do that, and then you can leave a little crust for this. I recommend it because you know it's like a normal pizza.
The longer the video, the harder to upload.
Okay, and then you can put a little bit of cheese and pepperoni, and there you have it.
No,
Okay, guys.
but wait.
So, and then you can do pepperoni and other little condiments
I'm gonna
on
do
it.
pepperoni. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold your pepperoni in half and then into a third. So it's like looks like this, like a mini taco. So you do a taco and then you fold it again in the middle, and then you grab your knife and then you unfold it.
With adult supervision.
Yep. And you unfold it back to a taco. And then you cut again, and cut. And then see how you still have this open. Now you cut that again. Keep cutting till you get to squares. It doesn't matter how big they are. Sorry, this may take a minute.
Anyway, while he is doing that, guys, these are perfect little appetizers too, because the pizza rolls, and I apologize for this video running a lot longer than we expected, but I hope you're still around watching and enjoying how to make delicious pizza rolls and a little tips, tricks, hacks, and snacks along the way.
One pepperoni can turn into all of these. So what you do is you grab just a pinch full and then just kind of spread it around on there. And if you want, you can put these in the oven for like 15 seconds
No, you don't want to put them in the oven at all.
or microwave them. You can microwave them.
But I do not recommend it. It does not taste very good like that.
It might. So I've never tried this before. It's kind of new, but I've seen it on stuff, and then just put a few on there, and then voila.
Perfect. And you can go ahead and have that because we are getting a bit hungry for our pizza rolls. We still have about 3 minutes left until our pizza rolls, so go ahead and have one of your amazing pizza appetizers. And then make sure that you are cleaning up. Okay. So, here is a problem you may have encountered a bit ago. If your dough wouldn't either stick to the cornmeal when you were trying to like roll it out, or it just kept getting very sticky, don't add a bunch of cornmeal. I think we added a bit too much. So next time, another tip and trick is what you should do is get some flour and cornmeal, and then that will help the bottom too, so it won't stick, and then the cornmeal with the flavor and a bit of the stickiness too. So for example, I've got this sticky little piece of dough, right? Well, then I can go take it in some cornmeal.
There you go.
Now, I do not want any more cornmeal than this because if I get too much, then it's going to make a weird, like, texture in the pizza. Now, a little hack is if you love Marco's Pizza, even when you're making normal pizza, not just pizza rolls, use cornmeal instead of flour. Because, like, if that's a possibility and if you have access to it, use cornmeal instead of flour because that is what makes the pizza have a really nice texture, not sticky and stuff. See, so I actually need to add some more cornmeal because my dough is starting to get sticky. You can rub like mixtures. You can look up mixtures online and stuff and on Pinterest that you can have for this, but we don't recommend, well, you don't have to. Okay, and then Gage is going to show him eating our wonderful snack we just did.
Okay, guys, I just cooked this a little bit. So, for 15 seconds. So what you do is you kind of open it and then close, restart it, open, close, restart, and
so it turns out to be about 45 seconds.
Yeah. And then see how it's melted and stuff? You might want to let it cool off to let the cheese kind of mix around in the sauce and the pepperonis. If you don't want, you don't have to have pepperoni, but you can if you like pepperoni pizza. But my recommend is just do 15 seconds or else it can blow up.
Thank you. And another problem you may have encountered, or another tip or trick or hack we have, is if you were rolling your dough like me, and then all of a sudden your dough kind of breaks because there's so much condiments like pushing on the dough and matter pushing on the dough. The dough breaks, and I mean, we put it together, we were able to, but if it breaks a lot, you do not have to try to fix it. Another trick when you make it again is you roll your dough, you put your sauce on, then you roll it up so there's not condiments in it. Then when you put it down, you can put all your cheese and pepperoni and throw that all over it. That's kind of like, because we like cheese and pepperoni and all that stuff, so but you add all that stuff. It looks like our pizza rolls are done, so let me get that. And then while you're at home waiting for your pizza rolls to cook, enjoy some of these. Let me just grab those pizza rolls.
They're hot.
And then we get to eat. Yum.
Oh my.
Now normally we wouldn't move this, but we would like to show you these wonderful pizza rolls. These are how they turned out. They may not look like the best in the world, like especially that one. That one looks kind of weird. But see, we added this pepperoni and it gives a nice crisp texture to it. These are going to be delicious. Guys, thank you so much for coming to me and Gage's video. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there and enjoy these pizza rolls. And Sawyer, thank you for inventing the pizza rolls. Everyone tell your friends about this so this can become a giant trend, bigger than it already is. Thank you guys and have a nice time. Bye.